Welcome to this episode of the story. Have you subscribed yet? Chapter 111, Crisis on the Road to the Extreme West. Su Mu embarked on the long journey to the extreme west. The further west he went, the harsher the climate became. The once lush forests gradually turned into desolate deserts. The fierce wind carried sand and gravel, scraping across his cheeks like sharp blades. In this desolate area, Su Mu encountered a group of desert bandits. These bandits haunted this area all year round, specializing in robbing passing caravans. When they saw Su Mu alone, greedy looks immediately appeared in their eyes. They surrounded Su Mu on camels. "Kid, if you know what's good for you, hand over all your belongings. Maybe we'll spare your life." The leader of the bandits, holding a long knife, said viciously. Su Mu looked calm and coldly scanned the group of bandits. "You can't hold me back." The bandit leader was enraged by Su Mu's attitude. He waved the long knife in his hand. "Charge! Teach this kid a lesson." The bandits rushed forward, brandishing their weapons and slashing at Su Mu. Su Mu's figure flashed, and he shuttled through the bandits like a ghost. He used the unique martial arts of Lingxi Town. Every strike precisely hit the vital parts of the bandits. Although the bandits outnumbered him, they gradually struggled to withstand Su Mu's fierce attacks. However, just as Su Mu was engaged in a fierce battle with the bandits, the sky suddenly turned dark. The originally raging wind stopped abruptly, replaced by a creepy silence. Su Mu inwardly thought something was wrong and realized that this strange change was no coincidence. "Everyone, be careful," Su Mu loudly warned the bandits. At this moment, he had no time to care about their hostile relationship because a more powerful danger was approaching quietly. As soon as the words left his mouth, the ground suddenly shook violently. Cracks spread rapidly like spider webs. From the cracks, huge sandworms slowly crawled out. These sandworms were over 2 people tall, with sharp heads and mouths full of sharp fangs that glinted a gloomy cold light in the dim light. The air around them was filled with a putrid stench. When the bandits saw this, their faces turned deathly pale. They dropped their weapons and fled in all directions. But the sandworms were extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, they caught up with several fleeing bandits and swallowed them whole. Su Mu knew that he couldn't panic at this time. He quickly observed the surrounding terrain, looking for a way to deal with the situation. Suddenly, he noticed an abandoned stone castle not far away. Perhaps they could take shelter there from the sandworms' attacks. "Run towards the stone castle over there," Su Mu shouted as he rushed towards the stone castle. The bandits seemed to have grasped at a life-saving straw and followed Su Mu to the stone castle. Chased by the sandworms, they finally managed to rush into the stone castle. Su Mu quickly closed the thick stone door and strengthened it with his spiritual power. The sandworms kept ramming the stone door outside, making dull noises, and the entire stone castle shook accordingly. "What should we do? If these monsters break in, we're all going to die," a bandit said in horror. Su Mu frowned, thinking about countermeasures. He looked around the inside of the stone castle and found some ancient runes on the walls, which seemed to hide some kind of power. Su Mu walked forward and carefully studied the arrangement and patterns of the runes, trying to find clues to resolve the crisis. At this moment, the sandworms outside became even more frantic. The stone door had already developed cracks under their ramming and could be broken open at any time. The story continues. More exciting content is coming up. Subscribe as soon as possible.